We're doomed.
Oh.
We're all gonna die.
Oh no, it's just I think it's just somebody making reverb sounds. Yep, that's what it was. All right, if you haven't rolled for Destiny, that would be whoa. Do that now. Oh yeah.
I have not rolled.
This is not good.
This
well,
is-
you better roll.
this
You
is-
better
this is
roll
looking great.
floor light side, please.
Double light. I actually did roll.
Yeah, I rolled and I added myself in.
Same result.
Oh my gosh. It's gonna be a rough
We're
one.
gonna have a great time.
It's gonna be a rough one.
All right.
Can I get boost on all my force rolls?
Oh boy, we got
Dark-sidedness.
some fun. Okay, all right.
You're gonna die today.
Yeah, we are.
It's fine. He'll forget.
You're gonna learn the pain and suffering I had to deal with last week.
I mean, it was actually, to be completely honest, it's there's like a section in this here session that is just written absolutely brutally. Yeah, it's bad. I hope you're not too attached to your characters.
Cool.
And it's it's not even like a nice thing. It's like a this we'll get there.
Not a. Nope. Not gonna.
It's not even cool.
Previously on Edge of the Empire. So you guys are on what's the guy's name? Random Tiv, his ship. He had been escorting diplomatic type people to a conference type thing where he was trying to undercut his rival shipping business rival. And he staged an attack on the ship. So he and a bunch of miniony dudes they captured all of the escort people that he was going for, and you guys were the guards. And so I don't remember how they got on. I guess we never figured that out, how they got on. And anyways, they hijacked the ship. You guys went, beat them up. There's some dudes still down in the floor 1 of your ship who haven't been dealt with yet, but you've got the main baddie, and so that's kind of where we left it last time.
Nice.
So
And, question.
that's where we're at.
Am I still the captain?
No.
Never. Lance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told him he was disguised as the captain.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah, I imagine you would be.
Okay.
Did
David,
that
can you
answer
please
all
try to heal my
questions?
crit?
I will, yes. Let me doctor you
Just
up.
don't cut my arms off.
I will try my best not to cut your arms off.
Let me use a destiny
No
point
promises.
just because I can.
But if you do, I can get a cool robotic arm, so don't feel bad.
Destiny point.
Knows the guy that knows the guy.
I
Destiny
mean,
point.
it can't be any worse than me putting a gun to a guy's chest and then turning it on.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that would be awful.
Alright, so how's this
That would
work,
be just
Steve, then?
So he's got a crit. What crit do you have? Do you remember?
It's something stupid, like I can't suffer strain to move.
Okay. So that's probably
I
just
just
a
don't want
2
crits.
purple. Maybe a 3 purple. Heal, crit, table, Edge of the Empire. I know it's in one of the books, but this is easier just to look it up real quick. Unless it's not easier.
I just don't want 2 crits.
The
And
dude
with,
just left.
It would be good to go into this session.
Wow, that took him a while. He's real close to that 920 cutoff.
Oh, I know. I was getting ready.
Oh,
Alright, culminated critical injuries.
All right, what are we doing right now?
David is going to attempt to heal one of Dustin's crits.
One of.
Yeah, Dustin has 2.
no. I have
I
one.
have
Oh, you
two
just have one?
crits.
Who has 2? Somebody's got 2. Randy's got 2.
If
Me.
he fails, I want to do
No.
the medical check.
Oh God,
No.
please don't fail. Anything but that.
Yeah, it's just the 2
Healing
purple.
mark.
2 purple, or 1
Well,
purple.
1
and a
purple,
red.
1 red.
No promises.
I already used one.
Yeah, you already used one.
That's correct. Right there.
So many Destiny.
Wow. No, he didn't heal.
Didn't hurt.
But you can recover some strain.
With my advantage, I'm like, oh
Actually,
hey,
You're looking good tonight.
hey, I don't know what's wrong with you, but I see something that's wrong with the other guy, and I can go fix him.
What? Doesn't even make sense.
I have no idea. It's very loud.
Oh yeah, it's not too bad at the moment. Last week was loud.
Okay.
You don't know what loud is.
Adopted loud.
Okay, well, there you go. You don't get healed, but you can gain the strain.
I will do that because there are actually quite a few things in my repertoire that require strain.
Well, I think that was for Dustin, right?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
you.
that was for me.
I mean, we could do a heal on Randy as well. Grarara Senior has the main baddie, this dude right here, pinned down at the moment. So
I don't even know where I am or what I was doing. I remember like almost blowing up Grara, I think. I think that was like the session before or
yeah,
something.
that's right. So I don't know that we used Sally in the last one, so she can be moved over to the main bridge. She was just kind of hanging back. We didn't want her
We
to
were
get.
like, should we bring Sally up to help fight with us? Maybe we don't.
So can we just say as they're all
Same with
like the
Lance.
adventuring, I'm just going around like looting random parts and bits and like sticking them into my bag.
Looting the employer ship, sure.
Building
Give
a
me
buffet.
a D100 roll. Actually, let's do that.
Okay.
That's way too funny.
36.
Where is my thing? Loot table. Here it is. What'd you get? Oh, I didn't.
36.
36. Did you? I don't see it.
I put it on the main page. It's on the actual.
Oh, I see it there. Okay,
I was just on there already.
sure.
Trying to buff his roll stats.
Yeah, I gotta keep getting those numbers. Gotta get to 2,000.
All right. So 36 is pretty lame. Slug thrower reloads.
So slugs.
And actually, of the random item, yeah, right, of the rare item thing, which I was gonna give you, it's a nothing. It's a dud one, and there's only like 3 of those. So good job.
A rare nothing.
I was gonna say, can I just like, because I'm not gonna use it, can I just like say I
Right.
broke it down into that miscellaneous parts pile that I have?
Yeah. Yep, that's fine.
You get 36 miscellaneous scrap parts.
There you go. Okay, so probably the thing of note is the dude who is bad, who you've got pinned down at the moment. You might want to start with him, I would suggest.
All right,
Not to
Gara,
railroad you,
you
but
stay here.
that's what we're
and hold
doing.
Down, and we'll go off and have fun without you.
Okay, bye.
Oh,
Can we do that though?
I mean, technically, yep. Somebody give me a perception check who's on the bridge. So that would be literally anybody but Dylan. Anybody but Sally.
parts.
Give me a 2 purple with 1 black for just being generally distracted by everything that's kind of just going on.
I'll do it. Unless anyone has objections.
No, go ahead.
Whoever.
Okay.
All
Bam,
right.
bam, and bam.
So as you're kind of off in the corner, like licking your wounds, you're watching Gara hold down. Let me pull up the actual mission so that I can remember this guy's name. What's his name? Bolin? Yeah, that's what it is. So he's holding Bolin down, and you look past him out the window, and you notice that the ship is kind of veering down towards the
great.
planet. That's
Wee woo.
that's below you guys.
I can't fly. Guys,
But you could probably tell someone.
Land, land, somebody. I don't know what to do.
Yar, land ahoy.
Land ho.
Okay,
Oh,
I can fly.
I'm gonna flop myself
Where-
over
where-
to the control panel. Well, flight controls.
Okay, so you're gonna grab the flight controls.
Yes.
Okay,
Wow.
fantastic.
Okay.
Do you want to
Do you
give
have
me?
any piloting skill?
I mean, I've got 3 green.
I mean, I've got the basic
I've got
starting.
like 5 green and a yellow.
Well then, push me off the flight controls. I'm
no,
not gonna.
no, you've already taken it.
Okay. Everyone
My
dies
character's
today.
not very
I'm gonna
assertive.
go get back into JJ the jet plane and
All right, give.
tail it out of here.
Oh, I also forgot to mention, I suppose, in the recap, he triggered something on his wrist as his like last thing before Grara tackled him. So there's that.
Great.
There's that.
So autopilot is now off.
So autopilot is not engaged, but if you want to make a piloting check, you can do that. It is a difficult piloting check.
I'm assuming he told everybody that we are plummeting to like downward.
No, he just said land. Yes, land.
Land.
Very pretty.
Land.
I like
We're
it.
going down.
Oh man.
Space land.
I would like some
Planet.
land right
Planet
now.
land.
So are you doing a pilot check or what's the dealio?
I mean, my guy's just freaking out, screaming land.
Okay.
Land.
All right. Guys,
I-
guys.
Do you guys want me to do a pilot check?
I was gonna say, like, I could definitely do piloting, but I'm not even in the vicinity, so you're on your own, buds.
Anybody who can pilot would be.
Nemoms take the reins.
Nima runs up.
Anyone in this
I can
area?
do it.
How difficult is it?
Nobody.
I mean, I was gonna say, does anyone know that I can pilot? Because I could try to
Hello?
get my way.
What's the difficulty for the pilot?
I will tell you once you decide who's piloting.
The
Take
dark,
over.
ominous
There's
guy
no
that
decision.
pushes
I
people
just
far
don't
away.
take it. Dang.
All right, so
Hello?
Leor's grabbing the reins.
Yeah, I'm lagging, but I said I would.
Oh, okay. So it's 2 red and a purple.
Nemoms gets angry.
I'm gonna destiny that.
Okay.
Kicks the nearest thing near me.
Wait, I thought he used the light side, not the dark side.
Yeah, that's.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
That's
It
right.
took away
Ah.
yours.
Ah,
Oh. Okay, we're
I'm
good.
confused.
No,
Steven.
What the heck?
What is
we're
happening?
supposed to have 2. light
IG,
sides.
stop touching.
Battle of the Forces.
This
Great.
one, right there. There it is.
everybody ready?
Yes.
Steven, what's the closest thing to me right now?
Oh my god!
There's no despair. Closest thing to you, Nima. Well, the guy's crotch that your foot's attached to, and I mean, just the diplomats that you're laying on top of.
I kick.
Still.
Jeez.
I need a brawl check, and a really angry brawl check against the guy whose foot I'm attached to.
Hey.
All right. I mean, basically, you can just say that he's dead. You just kill him.
He just dead.
You just
A
kick it.
groin shot to death.
Yep. That's what happened here.
All right, I like it. Good.
And it looks like Leor pushed the button and then it broke.
Yeah. So, that's not great. With the with the 5 advantage, you see that the rear thrusters have been locked on, and some explosives that had been planted beforehand had gone off, basically cutting off the area from the rest of the ship, so you can't actually get to it to physically stop the thrusters from going. So you're basically 100% going down. With all those advantage, you at least know that fact.
I can go outside.
You at least know that.
Well, guys, while while we're all twirling down, I want everyone to remember whoever put up that video. It was like the actual lyrics to the Duel of Fates or whatever. Sword on! That's gonna be playing the whole time.
Here you go.
Wait, so is there a way to get back there to try to?
To fix the ship? No. And your piloting has been shown to be lacking, so that's probably not an option either.
Does anybody have an intimidate skill?
Let me check.
I can try.
I can do a thing.
If not,
I want to use my new skill, Steve.
Oh wait,
Oh,
coercion.
there
I
you
have
go.
coercion. I'm gonna use coercion.
what level though?
1 or 2.
I want to see if.
Can you play copyright music on Twitch?
I mean, I've seen people
think
do.
so.
Well, on Twitch, I don't know. I was gonna say I've seen people do it on
can.
Roll20. That's
Why
an
not?
issue. But
I mean, you just can't like advertise it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm
Like,
As long as
monetizing.
you don't have
I was gonna
ads.
say, yeah. Are you planning to make money?
No.
Yeah, no, you can't advertise it. But if it comes on like your Pandora or Spotify, then I'm not gonna. ding
As
for
long
it.
as it's
Then
not
I'll
monetized,
take
you
you
should
to
be
court
fine.
and sue you.
All right. What were we
Really the
doing?
most epic duel of fates.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd like to see if I can do a mechanics check to turn off the fuel to the rear thrusters.
Okay. Yep. That's a good chance. So you're probably gonna want to run towards the back of the ship where Sally is.
Do I know what's going on, or is everyone just kind of leaving me in the dark here?
I'll fill you in when I get there.
You like show up in the back and Sally's in like her head is stuck in like a crate, looking at stuff. She like pokes her head up. Hey, what are you doing here?
We're gonna crash.
Oh, geez, not again.
Not again.
What do I need to do? Have me do a thing.
Give me a probably a hard mechanics check, David.
Can
Or-
I give a hard mechanics check? Because I'm really good at those.
You can do a boost to his. Okay, never mind. He's succeeded. All right. So you turn off the fuel, which is good. So you're not moving to the planet as fast.
We're not accelerating.
Can I do a mechanics check to see if like I would know any way to not have us die?
Yeah. Okay. Let's say you probably are aware of like the braking system, thruster brakes that are on those type of ships. So maybe you can manually
Not
engage the thruster things, thruster brakes or whatever they're called. That kind of loud.
Manually engage the thruster.
So do, like-
extend all dry flaps and
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So one person should go top side, one person should go bottom, and give each one of those do a hard mechanic check.
All right.
Probably an
I
average
relay
mechanic
it
check.
to Robot Man.
average.
Probably an average, yeah.
So, I've got an idea.
Okay.
I want to talk to Bolin, and by talk, I mean impersonate him. And basically, here's what I'm going to say.
Someone needs to mute themselves.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, what's going on
I
with
can't hear myself think. That's what I'm going to say. I am very familiar with torture. Now, you can either fix this, or at least help us fix it,
Can I give him a boost to that?
or it'll be the worst ride of your life.
Steve, can I
And
use
the
my
last
skill?
ride of your life.
So
And I
Jordan,
pull out a
Jordan,
tool
yes, you can
for the
assist.
blaster.
Dustin, you can give that a shot. While, and then whatever
Well-
whatever yours ends up as will affect Randall's intimidation tactics.
I will use my Carillion Cutlass because it's weak, and I will jab him as many times as required.
Okay. Let me. So he like. Dustin, go ahead and do your thing. First off, give us your roll.
Okay. It's against his. Or are we still doing that?
No, we were just gonna do standard difficulty.
All right.
Oh, wow. Okay, so
Nice.
what was your
Now-
what was your top goal for that?
Now, what? This is to change his emotion.
Okay.
How are we doing this? Are we doing it like any bonuses because of successes or what?
Yeah, I'm not
Like,
sure.
because I'm rolling a destiny to determine like good or evil.
True. So, yeah, with 6, I would say that probably advantage turns it towards your favor, depending
Okay.
on light side or dark side.
Gotcha.
Right? Does that make sense?
As in like how many times I could roll
Correct.
for my wanted emotion.
Yeah.
The way we used to do it too,
Yeah.
it was kind of weird though. A lot of people didn't like it. Was you actually roll the Force or Destiny die, and instead of like getting a Destiny point or whatever, that's the way. Like if you get a light side, it's good towards you. You know, if
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
bad thing, and it's more Sith kind of a thing.
Yeah, that's what we were doing.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's what he was just explaining.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's
So
the
then
way.
I roll this.
Uh-huh.
And I get that, so I can invoke a negative emotion into him.
Right.
So I'm going to make him feel fear.
That's good. That's good.
Nice.
That'll help his intimidation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, Randall, go ahead and do your...
I can't make him afraid of specific things. I can just make him feel general fear.
Right. So we'll give a boost die to
Right.
Randall's check. So, Nima, what is your intimidation skill? So how many yellow dice do you get?
I do not know. I am still not.
Okay, let me look you up then. Skills. Intimidation starts with an I. Unless it's coercion.
I think it'd be coercion.
Yeah. So 1 yellow. How many do you have, Stan?
I have 2 green.
Okay, so you get a 1 yellow and 1 green.
Okay.
And a blue.
Before I do my check, I would like to stab him in the thigh with my curly cutlass.
Okay, so we don't need to check. We're just gonna start stabbing on him.
Just once. Just once.
Okay,
I
just
want
once.
to know that I'm serious.
Okay.
That's 2 damage.
All right, so you're gonna deal a little
I'm sure
damage.
he does.
Weaken him up. Okay.
Yeah.
I recommend setting his left leg on fire.
Oh boy.
So what am I rolling against?
So
then set it on fire again.
2 purple.
All right.
Yes, 2 purple. All right. So what are you yelling at him?
Well, I said I'm very familiar with torture, and unless you get us out of the situation, it will be the worst and last ride of your life.
He like kind of cowers back, but this little smirk on his face, and he's like coughing up blood at this point. And he's like, I don't think I am the one that can help you now. Nothing can help us now. And that's pretty much his sentiment.
We're all gonna die.
I mean, you can see that
Calm
he's
down there, please.
you can see that he's nervous, but he like genuinely isn't able to offer up of any solutions for you. All right, jump back to the dudes in the back. Do you want to give me the mechanics checks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so IG flips one of them out. I'm gonna destiny for yours, Dylan.
No.
So a red and a purple.
All right.
With my advantage, I'm like, hey, this is how it works. Here's the
I'm not too worried
These are
unless I'm
simultaneous
really
checks.
unlucky.
Yeah,
Whoa.
triumph, man! Look at that.
Not too worried. Got pretty good
The
mechanics.
plot
Yeah,
armor
you do.
thickens.
Yeah, you do. Nice. Okay, so both of the flaps open up really like as expected, and so it's really slowing your descent. You're still not able to maneuver, but you're gonna actually come in at a not terrible crash landing. So
we might not die.
So I need everyone to roll me a let me see what the
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna turn this into a roll because initially it's just supposed to be everybody takes 2 critical injuries.
Oh.
Oh,
But I'm gonna have us do a roll on that. So let's go with 5 purple on your resilience.
Do those of us who were smart and put on the brakes get any bonuses?
Yeah. The bonus is you don't automatically get criticals.
I don't even know what my resilience is. It's not good. I can almost guarantee that.
Painful. Oh, okay.
Wow,
Not too
Lance.
What?
Lance is
Not too
killing
bad.
it.
Wait, 5 purple?
Yeah, 5 purples.
Damn.
All right.
I didn't
Could someone roll
fail.
for me, please?
Yeah.
I didn't fail.
I'm using a destiny on myself.
oh.
Yeah, you can
I
do
got-
that.
I got 2 good thing or 2 successes, but badly.
Yeah. Leor is like
Hey.
slapstick. Wow, that's actually a success. Let me roll yours, Dylan. Let's see. You've got. What did I just say we were rolling? Oh, resilience. 1 green versus 5 purple. My.
Oh, jeez.
Well, it was nice knowing you, Lima.
No.
Just 2 fails. That could have been worse. All right. Did anybody get 3 fails? No. All right. Cool. Okay. So this. Let me cut the music because we're done with that. Tenseness is over. So it's like
I didn't even hear any music.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
It was in
hear.
my ears. So you've got this giant ship. It comes crashing down into this ice planet. It hits the ground, and you had been able to level it out a little bit with those braking pads. So it comes screeching to a halt. Boxes go flying everywhere. Everyone's like head over heels, tumbling. Because of Sally's sticky feet, she ended up just kind of like stuck to whatever she was sitting on and sustained like literally no damage. Everybody else, I think, you rolled well enough. Lance did really well too. You all rolled well enough to not take damage or crits or anything. So that's pretty impressive. But we've got a lot of threat. So look at your number of
Yeah, that's
threat.
true.
Look at the number of threats you've got and think about some negative consequence coming for you. Jordan, you've got 3.
I'm just imagining like I stuck to the ceiling and I'm just like wiggling back and forth like Jello. I'm just like. I will randomly barf for the rest of the session. I'll have 5 random barfs at the DM's disclosure.
Every time you, it's your turn, you roll a D100. If you get an even, you barf. If you get an odd, you don't.
I like that. Next 5 things you do. That's great.
I'd like.
Let's see.
All right. Every other check I do, I'm gonna be extremely mad, but I also roll an additional red.
I don't want to mess with changing around our rolls. I don't think for that.
Mine's only 2.
Yeah. I mean, some of
and
them aren't that
it'll
bad.
force me to play my character. So, like, what if, like, I just get, like, Sith Rage and, like, any actions I take are, like, Sithy. I can't control myself.
Okay, that's kind of cool. I like that.
Like, I'm kind of forced into Sith
Yeah.
narration.
That's thematically pretty cool. I mean, if anybody can't think of anything, feel free to just take
Alright.
strain equal to your threats.
At least for a while, anyway.
Right.
I'd
yeah,
like to think that I was being really annoyed by the what is it, Bolin?
Right. Yep.
And just before we were about to crash land, I was gonna stab him again. But then
He gonna die.
we crashed. So, and somehow through the flipping crashing, my sword got flipped and I cut myself.
Okay. Sure.
And you take
Since
it.
I got 2 successes, can I just make it to where I like got knocked against the wall and lost like the form of the captain, and then my shoe came untied. But
Yeah.
it's not just one of those, oh, it's untied. It's one of those ones that you keep tying it over and over again, and it just keeps coming untied.
Oh, those are the worst.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
That's so good. Nice.
What about with your successes?
Um,
What good happens? Because you're really like one of the only ones that succeeded.
I don't know.
I mean, he has a net of 1 success over just not taking damage.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Do you want to? You see, Bolin come flying forward towards you in this back hole. Do you reach out a hand and grab him, or do you let him crash into the wall?
What race is he?
He's Rhodian. He's the main bad guy.
Oh yeah, I can probably strength check that.
I want to catch him.
I'm just giving you a straight.
With my sword.
Yeah, straight.
Well, no, but if it was like Garurod coming at me and trying to save him, then
Oh, right, no.
obviously I would like get smashed against the wall with him. But
Right.
yeah, no,
You-
I'll
You want to
grab
give it
him.
a shot and catch him, or let him
Yeah.
hit? Okay. So that's probably a 3 purple just for his size and movement, like flying.
And then against my brawn.
Correct. Which would be your. What would the actual skill check be?
Athletics.
Yeah, probably athletics.
Probably
That makes sense.
athletic. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. So not too great, but you said 3 purple.
Mhm.
Ooh,
Yeah,
not good.
he hits the wall and breaks his neck.
No.
Well, I gave it my all, guys.
I tried.
So he's dead.
So with my threats, it's like, you know, when Buzz got thrown around and he ended up speaking Spanish, all of a sudden IG sits up and all of a sudden he's just like basics not coming out and it's just like random bits of like
Beep, boop, boop, bop.
He just plays
Yeah.
audio like Bumblebees.
I am now basically R2D2 with beeps and
Mr.
boops.
Krabs.
Like,
No, every time he speaks, instead of like words, it's dubstep.
That's great.
So anytime I need to say anything to anyone, I'm gonna have to like comm link them through text.
Oh, damn it.
I mean, that's probably a mechanics check somebody could make, like the mechanic who's next to you. But
I might let it go for a little while.
Yeah,
You
good
always
luck
make it
communicating.
worse, and it could be like
Yeah, right.
country music.
I just have like the bouncing beach ball
there we go. I love it. Cool.
stuck.
Um,
Loading.
all right. So
Loading.
you've got you kind of regroup. Let's just say towards the front of the ship. Makes sense because that's where everybody was. And Raynham Tiv, he's like the guy who hired you, and it's his ship. Can you see his name tag? I guess maybe you can't.
No.
Show name tag. Aha, there we go. Wink. There he is. That dude. So that dude is your employer, and so he's happy that you got them down without killing him. So he's excited about that. Let's roll a D100. Anything under 12 represents how many of the diplomats died. Anything over 12, and they all survive.
All right, who's the rep roller? We need to decide.
Go ahead, Dylan. You're trying to rack up the
I
rolls anyway.
don't understand what you just said.
All right, 38.
38,
Getting a lot of
all right.
30s.
Nice. Okay, so you're all the diplomat dudes survive.
Yay.
So
Nice.
success for that. So Bolin or Raynham is like real happy with you. Like you may have lost the ship, but you crashed in style and nobody's dead. So
No, everybody.
he's walking around doing his PR stuff with the diplomat people. He's like don't worry, we've got this all under control. Just sit tight. We've got people on the way. He like looks over at you. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Who brought the disco droid? The dubstep droid. All right. So after he gets around to you talking to all the different people, he pulls one of you aside, probably I don't know who's the like leadery looking person in the group at the moment. Is IG and Sally still in the back of the ship, or are they up front now too?
I was gonna say if Sally's there, she would probably like to think that she's the leader of the group.
We're in the back.
You're in the back still?
We're in the back.
Okay.
We're in the back still.
All right, so he
Yeah.
probably walks up to like Lance,
Okay.
and he's like, "I've got a space station not too far from here," and he hands you a data pad with comm signals on it. He's like, "Give them a ring. Tell them we need 2 shuttles to bring these diplomats back to the station, and they'll get us hooked up. Otherwise, we probably should check out the ship, make sure that we've got life support because it's pretty cold out there and might take them a little while."
Okay. Does he want me to ring him right now, or?
The sooner the better.
Okay. So yeah. So I'm gonna
I'll be right back.
pop open the data pad and see if I can't get communication with him.
All right. It is mildly difficult to get through the signal, through the clouds and whatever. So you can modify the sensor array with a computer's check, or you can have somebody in the back of the ship do some physical finagling and use a mechanics check to actually rotate around the sensory thingies.
Okay. I'll come into Sally and say, we need to repair the sensory array. Would you guys be able to handle that?
All right, give us a 3 purple roll, Dylan.
Okay.
Bow wow 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 boost.
Does it work that way?
So assisted skills, you take the highest skill and the highest characteristic. So whoever has got the most, whatever it is, agility, and whoever has the most mechanics.
I'm pretty sure I have you beat in
Intellect.
both those categories for mechanics. I think I'm tied with you in yellow, and I'm beating you in green.
Bow wow agree.
And besides, I did fine.
Yeah. Man, that mechanics check is just solid.
Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot. Was
What?
odd barf or even barf?
I don't remember. Odd, I guess.
Odd as barf, yeah.
So apparently I barfed.
So like as you're like physically twisting
It is
around
mod.
the sensor disc, and it just makes you dizzy. All over IG's toes, feet. Do you have toes, IG?
Bow wow wow don't know. Yes. Apparently.
All right. There it is. So his feet are dirty. Bwomp bwomp. It's gonna smell bad. Okay, you get a signal out to the station, and they're gonna send some ships your direction. Just hold out for a few hours, and we'll be right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Your mom begins crying in the corner.
Nina's mom's crying in the corner.
Can I go up to the guy that splatted against the wall and take his thing off his arm? His thing that he blew, or that he detonated something on the ship with?
Yes.
Oh, I don't think you heard me earlier or saw it in the chat, but for my threat, I said she got her period.
Yeah, I saw that in the Facebook chat. That's pretty good.
Great timing.
And I think somebody had grabbed his gun too, right?
I do.
Yeah. So you've got his gun and his wrist-mounted data pad.
Sweet.
I don't do computers. Who wants it?
No, I have the data pad. I was the one that searched for the data pad. Or the
Oh, well, it's all yours.
the wrist mounted thing.
Yeah. Okay, so somebody else roll me a D100, and we're looking for anything 20 and below is a thing. Anything 21 to 70 is a thing. 70 and above is a thing. 71 and above is a thing. 20, 71. Those are our numbers. Anybody roll 100? Whoa. There's some things on the board. What do we got? 59. All right. How do we get this out?
Wait,
cool.
Wait,
Where's
what?
the roll? I don't see it.
Damn, I didn't update.
Somebody rolled. David, I think, rolled
I
on
did.
the actual game board.
It's on roll 20.
On roll 20. So 59. So you wait around for like 4 hours. You sing campfire songs. You really have a bonding moment with Random Tiv and the other diplomats. And the ships, they show up. And you're getting off this rock. So.
Woo!
Beep 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 beep.
Does anybody want to fix that droid?
I walk up and I whack him on the back of the head. So I'm doing like a mechanics check, but I'm just gonna like whack him.
All right.
2 purple, 3 purple, 8 purple. 1.
Just 2 purple. 8 purple.
There, and 2 triumphs.
Whoa!
So there. You learn a
Hey,
couple of
Fonzie,
languages.
calm down.
I learned a language in this.
I think he should learn a language from that.
Man,
Crammed a couple
Jeez.
in.
I mean, that's not a bad. I take a language.
Any language or roll for it.
I don't have a language list, so just
Language roll list.
Yeah, look up a random blob of languages and it'll just say I taught you one.
I mean-
I stuck Rosetta Stone in you.
yeah, exactly. As you were pulling stuff out of your pouch, one of them happened to be a language database for like a sector. So you just pick a sector and just learn all those languages in that sector. So you can think about that and get back to me. Either one of you can pick it because Sally was the one who physically did it and IG is the one who's getting it. So you guys can Facebook chat about it and figure out what language sector you want.
Okay, that's exciting.
What is the most useless language sector?
Coruscant. It's basic.
Yeah, right. Okay, so they get you all off of planet, which is good. And give me like 2 minutes because I gotta do a thing to get our next
2
map
whole
pulled up.
minutes.
Yep.
What's the dice roller
So,
app?
say that again, Jordan.
What's the dice roller thing you guys use?
Dice.skyjedi.com. So as you are, do you need somebody type in chat for him what the
I know.
channel name is? Okay, you got it. Okay. So as you're traveling to this space station that Random owns, he gets a comm signal en route, and it's a like panicked dock worker. Not a dock worker, a panicked one of the panicked scientists on his facility. And so Random talks to him for a little bit, and then he comes back to you and he's like, guys, there seems to be a little bit of a situation on my facility. And while
That sounds like work.
good at not crashing badly, I'm not sure if this is up your alley. So you can tell me if you don't want it. But there seems to be a mole in the upper ranks who is releasing information about a top secret project that's been going on for several years, and I'm gonna need them found out. Is that something in your skill sets?
Probably not, but we can do it anyway.
I mean, I'll pay you handsomely, of course. And he's like, oh, speaking of which, I need to pay you for that keeping everybody alive business. So
Did we ever get paid for that diamond?
Say it again.
Did we ever get paid for that diamond-shaped data pad or whatever?
I don't know if you did or not. But he's handing you large chunks of money at the moment. Let me look up exactly how large. So we've got so everyone can gain monies of
How many?
600 per person. So everyone gets 600
Munzons.
plus 50 times 12 for each one of the diplomats saved. So what's 50 times 12? 500
A lot.
and
600.
600?
It's 600 even.
Yeah. So you get 1,200 credits. Everyone gets 1,200.
Nice.
But you're also all
Everyone just
getting...
stared at me joining the group. I was just hostage and like, hey, what's up? I'm psychotic. It's like, yeah, cool.
That's true. You probably don't get money. So
Hey, we also saved the majority of your ship, so we want paid for that too.
what? Okay,
just saying.
that's fair. And so he's gonna tack on another 200 to everybody.
I'm just
for-
gonna put down 2 guys by myself.
Oh, and I stubbed my toe on the way. And that's when you realize I don't have toes. So
But you're also all gonna gain 5 points of obligation for eliminating Bolin the Gray. That's the rival dude, because he's dead.
it is obligation. I don't even remember.
So you're gonna gain obligation. Obligation is the mechanic of like your infamy. So the higher
I
the
just don't
obligation.
remember where it is on the thing.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
in
off-
the character info near the bottom where game mechanics are.
Character info near the bottom. Yes. There it is. So,
Oh, I need to math. Okay.
so if you're looking to put in what exactly your obligation's in,
Oh,
I
there
guess
we
you
go.
could put it in as like a mercenary
I see it.
obligation sort of thing.
I see it.
How much do we get?
5 of those.
1,400.
Oh, and 1,400 credits, correct.
Okay. 2, 1. And 5 obligation. Let me find where it is.
So, is the
Say it again.
so is our obligation magnitude going up by 5?
Correct.
Okay.
What would we call this?
Probably like bounty hunter or something along those lines, because you're
Oh, this is a new one.
working for someone. All of your total obligation just kind of gets added together, but yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Almost got this map pulled up, and then I'll transfer us over. So give me a second more.
But,
So as you're flying in, he is giving you a briefing on kind of like the system that they're working on. So he's been working on a top secret project for a few years now, and let me scroll up to get pertinent info. He's got probably 4 people in mind of who this may have been, who's leaking information. One of his top facility scientists helped him found his shipping business and just has been with him for a long while, but is kind of always been on the gruff side, hasn't always like seen eye to eye with him. And so what's his name? He is Ty Yellery. Somebody might want to write these down.
Not it.
So Ty Yellery, he's the lead scientist in charge of a lot of the operations. He's a high possibility. There you go.
I got it.
I would, but it's a lot of things that's coming out as robot to me. It's really hard to understand you guys.
Oh, that's not good.
Beautiful writing, whoever put that up.
That's basically right. So that's a possibility person. Let me think. Who else do we have on this list? He says, let's see. Probably, I mean, Bima. She's been with me for a while. I mean, she's kind of a strange goose, but she's one of the lead scientists who's in charge of Starship system integration. So she's involved in a lot of detailed work. She's all over the facility. She could easily find time and spaces to leak info. So I would check her out. Let me think. Cal's probably a suspect. Cal's the lead scientist in charge of fabrication. So she would be all over the information. She would know secrets worth some money. Let me think. Is there anybody else? Maybe Essek. Essek, he's the lead scientist in charge of testing stuff. So he oversees a lot of analysis and system proteins and prototypes and all sorts of stuff like that. So, he's been a good friend, but I don't know. He seems a little power hungry. He seems a little power hungry. Maybe, I don't know. I would start there and see what you can come up with.
But secretly, they're all moles.
I don't know if you want to. Yeah, he's the mole.
Dylan's a mole now.
Yep. I don't know if you want to maybe come up with some sort of. I must be muted. Why am I muted? You guys can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
That's weird.
Can you hear me now?
You may be muted. Hold on. Twitch chat says I'm muted, which is annoying because we've been live for like 50 minutes, and I didn't record any of that. Oh no, I'm not muted. I can hear my own stream, so I think that's on your end, Duck Boy.
Duck.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. You might want to come up with an alternate reason for being there to blend in. I don't know. It is not a huge station, so random folks poking their noses around probably won't get the best reception, but maybe, I don't know. So,
I mean, my character doesn't have a nose, so by that
That's a knee slapper.
Well, it's business, so we are here with the Health and Safety Wellness Committee, making sure that information is secure and looking for ways to improve systematic efficiency and.
But I mean, these are like the people who are in charge, so they're not gonna. They would know if there was a check like that. We want to be
on vacation.
Little more discreet.
I want to kill you all.
We're the new janitorial staff. No.
I mean, that's certainly a possibility. Staff of security, janitor staff, cargo workers / dock hands or system maintenance. There's a bar on the facilities. There's a medical facility. Let me.
Sorry, my mic cut out for like a minute there. What are we doing?
You are on. You're coming up on this platform. You're trying to figure out how you're gonna blend in to the locals. I mean, it's not a large platform, so.
I'll just turn invisible.
So you're gonna have to question some folks and find out information about who this mole is.
I'll be a new security droid.
So you just got to figure out what's your role, And yeah.
I am the local strip club dancer, and I have come to please all your whims and desires.
Oh, oh goodness.
Her dancing name is Are You Jelly? Because I am.
I am going.
Yeah, because he's a
I get
slug.
it.
Oh my god.
That was actually pretty. That was. Oh goodness
He's on the
gracious!
stage now. Jelly.
Oh, it's so bad.
I'm going to pose as a security guard. Wait, did we heal at all during our trip?
What is this
it's
healing?
just been a few hours, so one.
Any strain?
You can heal. Yeah, definitely strain. You can take some strain off. Like, roll a d4 to see how much strain you get back.
I only need 1, so. Okay.
All right, let's get some people in this world. Somebody's a 3.
Three.
All right, we've got that person. Why is there? All right, so we get that person. We've got. Okay, so did you all decide on kind of what you're doing?
I'm gonna pretend to be a security guard.
Yeah, what are they like? Are they like? Do the security guards have a certain type of armor, like armor set, or
Yeah, like what's their dress code?
it's
their
a
uniform?
it's private force that I hire out. I think they've got. I don't even remember what they were at this place. It's been a little while since I visited.
Is there any way Lance could pose as like a noble, and we could be his entourage or something like that?
That's certainly possible.
I'm
You're
the-
coming
I'm
in
the
with
Sheik.
12 other
Is it?
diplomats,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
that's absolutely a
Not
the
a
only
possibility.
security
thing is-
guard, but a bodyguard.
I can look like whoever I want, but we don't have any clearance of anything. So.
I take
Dylan
it
can be the
easy.
chef.
Uh-huh.
Before, sorry. I'm just gonna be a droid, so I'm gonna go like pretend to be like dumb mindless droid thing. Is there like security codes that I can get from our guy that can help me track things so that I don't have to like immediate hack into the entire system?
That's a good point. Yeah, he gives you the main system codes. He does warn you that you may want to be a little cautious in just where you use those. Some areas are restricted, and so anytime somebody enters a code, it does get noted in the logs. So any super sensitive systems, just use common sense and maybe don't poke around too aggressively.
Sure.
Just passive aggressively.
Passive aggressively, yes.
Well,
I'm a droid. Beep beep beep. Beep
Alright,
beep beep.
So you can all see the layout of this place, right there on the left.
Yeah.
It's got some stuff.
Yeah.
oh gosh.
Let me just type in Facebook chat real quick those dudes' names again, so that it's easy to see what you're talking about. So we've got Bima Karada, lead scientist in Starship System tasks. We've got Ty Yaliri, who's lead of projects and co-ish founder of random shipping. We've got Kale Kesha, who's scientist of fabrication. And we've got Essek Bhopal, who is the lead scientist of testing. Friend of Random with aspirations. Okay. There we go.
Hopefully it doesn't choke on them.
Yes.
Ah.
This is gonna sound so cliche, but I got a hunch it's Essek.
You got a hunch that it's what?
Essek.
Ah.
Because cliches.
Because cliches. All
I
right.
don't know.
Cool. That's that. You are on the station.
So are we all gonna split up?
So what is the plan decided on?
We never officially decided anything. David's a droid.
I'm a droid.
That's what we've determined.
David's Jordan.
So we've determined.
I will do whatever you want.
I'll do droidy
Whoa.
things.
Beep boop beep.
And
Beep.
everything in between.
Beep. Beep beep.
So
I can be.
okay. You might want to start by finding out information about these people, because that might give you some direction in where to look.
Cool. I'm gonna.
Let's go to the club.
I mean, it's a big business, right?
Yes. I mean, this facility's not huge, so yeah. I mean, there's some stuff in the middle of the station. There's like a restaurant and a few cafes, but it's not a huge place. So most people who are on here know the long-term people who are on here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head straight for the bar.
We should probably pose as newcomers then. We shouldn't try to just. Oh, we've been here all
Whoa!
along.
Holy crap.
Always been
Run
here.
away.
Giant cook droid. There we go.
Abandoned ship.
Yeah, you can do that because you don't breathe. All right. So Random, he goes off to main control. I'm assuming that's main control. No, that's environmental and agriculture.
I mean, number 10.
But it certainly looks like it.
It looked like there was like, 10. He's like hanging out in the middle of nowhere land. All right, whatever. Okay. So are you in residential for a reason, David, or you just kind of that's
That
where
was
you were?
That's where the droid was.
The droid
That's where
was.
I
You just
went.
went with him. Okay. Sure enough.
I'm actually I'm trying to like look to see where a logical
Mhm.
placing would be.
Bar.
I suppose the droids, security droids.
So you're gonna
Fine.
report into security?
Yes.
That was a hesitant yes.
Yes, I am.
Good luck.
Yes, I'm reporting into security
Okay.
as the new security droid.
So the main guy who's like sitting there, he's off duty at the moment. He's just kind of watching the Ugnut work on a control panel, and he's like, okay, I didn't get word that we were getting a new security droid. Do you have a clearance code?
Beep beep boobity boobity boop.
You play him a quick dubstep tune, and like he looks at his data pad, puts it down, and he's like, okay. Well, I mean, did you get orders, or are you just checking in?
I'm just checking in.
Okay. Well, I hear that there's a shipment coming in like 45 minutes to the new cargo area, so we could probably use you over there, checking in new stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna charge up before then.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Beep, 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 boop. Click.
There's like a wall droids charge here thing in the back room.
Everyone's charged. Get your juice.
Yeah, get your juice here.
I haven't charged it in a while, so I figured
there's
I should.
a break room and a charging room.
Charging.
Okay, so we got IG taken care of.
I like the security guard thing. I'm gonna join them. Attempt to.
That's why you're.
We're all security guards.
I was gonna say with how,
And you
with
got
how
2
seamless
crits.
it went with him.
Okay.
You're like hacked apart with 2 crits. They're like, I'm here to check in for security.
Like bloody
Don't worry.
feet
What?
dragging
I got
through the door. Like before you even get a word out, the security guard like stands up. Are you okay? Like runs over to you.
Yeah, I'm fine. I freaking down the stairs getting out of bed today.
I sleep on the 3rd floor.
I live on the 3rd floor next to a glass window, which is, for some reason, right where the stairs are, too.
Oh my goodness. Oh. You're like falling apart. There's bones sticking out.
Wrong
These are
side of the
really
bed,
bad.
You know how. You know how.
I'm here for work.
Real
Will work
trooper.
for medical attention.
I don't have any sick days left.
Yeah, he's like, you should probably get over to medical. I can write off for you.
I would very much like that.
Okay, so like he quickly scribbles down some like medical thing, pass, and like hands it to you. He's like, I haven't seen you before. Do you know where it is?
No.
If you
No.
go across the promenade, number 8, and then take a right up into the commercial residential area. Medical facilities are right there on the left. They'll hook you up.
Thank you.
Drip.
Yeah.
Just phased out there. I'll be back.
Yes.
Comes out.
There's all the blood.
Oh,
Just
every
leaves a
4 seconds
trail.
is a hit.
Oh, here we go.
At least you can find your way home.
Hey,
The chef, there he is.
Boyardee.
Chef Boyardee. Got
Is
him.
that my doctor?
No, that's the dude in the middle. We're not worried about the doctor. What are you talking about?
He's got a doctorate in souse.
All right. We'll give you a corn doctor. The corn aren't super friendly at this time, but hey, you know,
Yeah, whatever.
he's been off planet for a little while. All right. So let's get everyone established, and then we can start rotating around, seeing what people are up to. So Leor and Lance, what is the duo doing?
I am gonna go to the canteen or the bar.
I will follow him.
I'll take 2 spaghettis, please. I canned them today.
What's our cover?
Jeez, we got dancing text again.
Our cover. What do we need cover?
I don't know. We're supposed to
Just
blend
shoot
in.
everyone, like regardless. I mean,
Yeah.
We're just searching for information. We're not like here to rob the place.
Okay.
oh, we're not.
Yet.
I put my gun away.
Oh, really?
So as we're like kind of walking through the crowd,
Mhm.
I want to like grab like someone's like trench coat, like duster kind of a thing, like off a rack, and like, you know, like throw down some change and have someone like bend down and like steal their big hat off them or something.
Okay.
So I have like a some sort of a disguise.
All right. Is that a roll thing, or is that's probably just a narrative thing? That's fine. Unless you want to do a skullduggery check.
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay, cool. It's fairly crowded, so it's like 2 purples and give it a blue because it's a crowded area.
I was sort of hoping
Oh,
you'd
there it is.
fail just for narration's sake.
All right.
May I take your hat, sir?
May I take your hat, sir?
You got a nice hat.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Hold on, let me. Let me get my roll set up. I'm going to stealth roll.
Okay.
I was gonna say you just go invisible.
Yeah.
Think I'm gonna be out of this investigation for the foreseeable future.
Gonna say I don't feel like this is particularly my forte, unless you want me to hack into things or something. I might be okay at that.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I'm thinking. You
All
could
right,
probably
takes me
do,
a while to
Randall.
figure out.
Is check in like the medical facility, like after the doctor leaves the room, like just kind of wheel yourself over to the computer and take a look at some records.
Yeah, the good thing about this map is it's pretty like diverse as to everyone's skill set. So.
Yeah. So everyone should be able to find something. I mean,
But
Sally.
other-
May cause more problems than help.
Steve,
Yo.
any changes in the role based on setting, people?
It is. Where are you stealthing?
I'm just going to kind of follow Lance around, like, without anyone noticing that I'm watching him, I guess.
That's
kind
probably just a 2 purple is
protective.
fine. Yeah.
Just a purple. Well,
Yeah, I mean,
all right.
we could throw like 6 purples at you and it's not a problem. That roll, though. Man.
Surprisingly, very few triumphs out of that roll.
That's true. Yeah. Dylan is with our Triumph King tonight. Did he roll 2 triumphs?
3
Or
triumphs.
3 triumphs already, yeah. Okay. So, yeah. You're like hiding under his shoe.
Yeah. He's in the coat. He's just sitting on my shoulders. We create one person.
So you're just,
Yes.
It's just that
Like one of
convincing.
those kid things where like on each other's shoulders, like
Yeah.
I like it. So you're drinking at the bar, and the chef dude is talking to the Rhodian, who's also just sitting there. And give me flip a coin, roll a d2.
Okay.
Chris.
Either one, doesn't matter. You're both there.
Since you're gonna be invisible, you do all the rolls,
Okay.
and I'll do the stuff.
I mean, there's no skill involved. It's just it is or it isn't. This is the dude or this isn't the dude. 1. It's the dude. So the chef guy says, Essek, how have you been? Essek being one of the dudes you're looking for. So they're chatting.
Okay, at the that's the chef and.
Correct.
Okay, I gotta zoom in to where we're actually at.
Yeah. It's a pretty good sized map with a lot
Okay,
of characters.
so we're right in the middle.
Chris, if you want to gamble, I do have a chance cube.
Yeah.
And the force, I can
Is it?
Qui-Gon
I was gonna say, is it a loaded
Yeah.
chance key?
Yeah, I can Qui-Gon it.
Okay, before we get into your stuff, let's go to Sally. Where do you want to hang out?
wherever you want, boss man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you wanted to go with Randy and, like, hack medical information, that
Yeah, that's
might be
probably
helpful.
my best bet.
I can talk to people and distract them really
gonna,
well.
Like,
Join me.
can I sneak and find any like medical gear and just be like, don't worry, I'm a doctor.
As you walk in, you just grab
Don't
a robe.
worry. I am a doctor.
Like slime all over people.
I'm
Don't
totally
worry,
gonna
Don't
do
worry.
that.
Sterile.
I don't even care what happens. I'm totally gonna do that.
Sterile slime.
In 10 years of practice, I've never dropped a tool.
My slime has only been found what's the word? Wow, I stumbled over that sentence. All right, never mind.
Man, it's not funny.
And we're moving on. Nima's mom is hanging out with Garura. Oh, no, there she is.
I'm going to.
Garura, can we go shopping? Please, 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 please.
No. While he's not paying attention, I clip a lock of his hair and put it in my pocket.
Stealth roll?
You are going to need to
Yeah,
do
right?
a skullduggery check for that. Yeah.
You're about to steal hair from a woman.
It's against his perception.
Oh man. Oh man.
You do know he's gonna punch you if he catches you, because that's what Josh would do.
Yeah.
But his perception is probably not too high. So, 2 green, so 2 purple. So either a stealth or a skullduggery versus 2 purple.
At least it's not Josh Brown. He could probably like try to rip his arms off or something.
2 green, 2 purple.
Sure, whatever you're. Got it. All right.
Is other Josh going to be playing with us?
Yeah. I wanted to get him in at some point. This session just kind of happened real fast, so there's not enough time to invite him. But
Everyone's like, "Oh, I guess today works."
yeah, cool. So yes, you clip some fur off of him.
All right.
Okay then.
So doesn't tell us where you're going.
Good. Now I can clone him.
So I get it, but I get a threat.
Right. So what's that threat? He's suspicious of you. I don't know. We can just narratively say that he's continued dislike of Nima.
He farted on your hand.
Well, that's not a threat. That'd be an advantage.
All right. Where do you guys want to head?
I'm just gonna start walking around like I own the place.
Okay. All
That's
right.
plenty.
I just start shooting finger guns at people.
All right. Let's do Lance and Lior because I think you guys are in the most advantageous spot at the moment.
What happened to the chef?
I don't know. That's pretty awesome.
I don't know, but I feel like I shouldn't trust him now.
Randy's still trying to not bleed out.
He's kind of got a Papa Smurf thing going on right now. I don't know.
The Keebler elf.
You know, yeah.
All right.
Let me zoom in on this.
How does the Swedish chef talk? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Oh, somebody do that instantly.
You was
I was making him a cook.
How may I help you?
All right. So the chef. Why is there? What's the chocolate wrapper?
What isn't the chocolate wrap?
I got the chef art up until this point, and I'm not sure what we're going for
It's
now.
a brown American flag.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
There's more of it.
Why are we playing Pictionary? Quick Pictionary break.
We're gonna have another whale and nuke explosion. Over here in a second.
Somebody's real decent with the. What the? Oh, it's the Keebler elf. Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, he's in the tree.
It's in the
Alright.
tree. So he's talking with Essek. Essek is the friend, and he's just kind of complaining about how Random hasn't been listening to him, and he wants to help out, but he's not entirely sure where this project is going, and he's worried that if it fails, it'll look bad for Random, and this, that, and the other. Let's see. I don't know what the check would be, because it's not like you need a check to hear him. Maybe...
Probably to discern what he's...
Right.
Like perception.
I guess
to,
that's
like,
perception.
Understand the tone of his voice or something.
Right,
Like,
right. I suppose that fits into perception just fine. Maybe streetwise? Nah, not streetwise. Perception. That makes sense.
Okay.
The mole has a mole.
With 2 or.
Or education.
Ooh.
If you have an intellect education roll.
Let's see.
Outer rim. I could take outer rim education or just perception. To give some variety.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, either way it's a 2, so.
Okay.
2 green, so. 2 green versus 2 purple, or?
You can choose 2, 3, or 4 purple, depending on how much information you want to get. So
Well,
it's a
I don't
choose
trust
your
myself,
fate.
so I'm gonna go 2.
Wow,
course.
that was
Of
good.
course.
All right.
Should have done more.
I know.
Although if you roll more, you know it's not gonna last. Yeah.
No. All you hear is the band.
What was that?
No, nothing.
Oh yeah.
Play that same song.
So you hear
Oh,
him.
boy.
You hear him talking about, like I said, he wants Random to succeed, and he like kind of leans in a little closer to the chef. He's like, I've got a lot of stock in Random's business, so I really don't want to. Why is he white?
Why isn't he white?
I should stop asking questions. He's like, I got a lot of stock in this. I just want to see it succeed. You know what I mean? Jelly bean.
Namathar.
No, Jellybean's not here. She's at the club.
And yeah. And the chef just kind of nods his head. He's like not interested at all. Yep. So,
I'm going to walk up to, I guess, the chef or the bartender, whoever the person serving drinks is.
Mr. Keebler.
Yeah, Mr. Elf. And I'm going to request his finest Corellian whiskey.
Corellian whiskey, you say? Let me see what I got back here. So he like pokes his head under the bar for a few moments and pulls up like a mostly empty bottle, and he's gonna like quickly turn around at the sink and grabs a cup and goes to wash the cup, and you can see him like filling part of the bottle with water, and then he turns around and pours the drink into the glass for you. Here you go, good man.
And I'm gonna like take out some credits, however much it would be, and then like kind of reach over the counter and grab the remainder of the bottle and put the credits on the counter.
There's nothing left in the bottle. That's why he added water, because
he watered it.
there wasn't enough to serve it. So
what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna put the amount.
Still gonna do that. This is
the
a nice
amount
bottle.
the amount that it should be. I'm gonna put on the counter, and then I'm gonna like look him in the eyes and like take some of the credits away.
Okay.
And kind of tilt the glass to him and say thank you.
Yeah, no problem, sir.
And I'm gonna like kind of lean over and perceive what Essex is drinking and everything.
I'm
Alright.
perceiving you.
Let me get a little perception on you. I mean, is that a check worthy? You can just look at it.
No,
And be
I
like,
mean I'm just looking
yeah,
over.
just
it.
looking at his drink. You're like, I see you're having the whatever vintage
Yeah.
drink.
Ah,
The
blue milk.
vintagey
Good.
kind.
A hot spiked coffee. You're into that kind of thing.
But yeah, so I'm gonna go. Well, I couldn't overhear you, but you work for Random Tiv as well.
Yeah. I don't believe we've met.
Yeah, Lance. Nice to meet you.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. Just actually got back from a mission for Random.
Ah, nice. Yeah, I've been working for Random for maybe pushing 11 years at this point. So
Oh wow.
yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of new contacts with him. He's all right. His methods of doing things are a little sloppy, but nothing we can't get used to.
Yeah, he's got a rough around the edges sometimes, but
Yeah, but so have you? I mean, you said 11 years. That's quite some time. I mean, do you know the ins and outs of his structure? Like what he does, what his end game is?
Yeah, I suppose he shares that kind of stuff with me sometimes. I mean, I'm just a scientist. He's not all science. He's a lot of shipping. He's a man of money. which I mean he's a good businessman most of the time. So
I'm just gonna go. Oh, well, the only reason I asked is I just don't want to waste my time with somebody if they're not structurally sound.
oh yeah, no. He's got it where it counts. Surrounds himself with smart people.
Not what I meant, but all right. I like a guess.
Deflected.
Well, since we're on the subject, I mean, is there any if you were to do like a pro and cons list, I mean, is he worth investing in?
Man, it's my day off. Pro and cons list. Yeah, he's worth investing with. I've got stock in Random's business. He knows what he's doing.
Okay, good.
He's like losing interest in the conversation at this point.
I'm gonna.
So you could do a charm check to keep him engaged or something.
So how's that weather?
How about them space Yankees?
Yankees in space.
What's the disadvantage?
You're against his. Where is his? Oh wow, 1 purple.
Okay, well, I'm not even gonna use any of my other skills because. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you guys! What are you guys?
This is all I do. Literally all I do.
Using up all of your.
If I could talk
Triumph
to a
karma.
ship to fly itself, I probably would.
Oh, you didn't roll any negative, but I mean it's not gonna matter.
Oh,
You're gonna succeed, but
He tells you everything. He gives you
Okay.
his key to his home.
Yeah, goodness gracious. Okay. So where are we heading? Where are we taking this conversation again?
You want to buy some death sticks?
Yeah, basically, I just want to
Go.
talk to him to, basically, like we're longtime friends. Like, he
Feels like I've known you for years.
yeah,
almost as
but,
wrong as Random.
What I'm doing is whatever drink he's drinking, I'm just buying him. I just keep buying him to kind of get him a little loose,
Yeah.
so that way if he accidentally lets some information slip.
I think a little is maybe an understatement. So he starts to complain about how Random is using resources just too willy-nilly on some of these side projects, like the project he's working on, and he like catches himself. He's like, I'm working on a project for Random, and he's the deadlines that he has and the milestones. We're pushing so hard, so quickly. I even got in trouble for trying to keep us on track for one of these projects. He's underfunding, and it's not going to turn out. And if this doesn't pan out, this could be really bad publicity for him. And I just don't want to see him fail. Like.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing happened to us. I mean, we were helping him with these diplomats. We get the diplomats safe. We crash his ship a little bit, and he skimps us on the money. I mean, that's not good business work.
So you guys are like bonding, like like that. So let me think. Is there any other good info to give to you from him? Maybe one of the last things he says. He's like, let me tell you. I filed a report of a dangerous side effect of this project, and you know what he did? He pushed it aside. He didn't listen to anything I had to say about it. He's like,
just kill him.
Backs himself off.
Well, I mean, is it life threatening? Because I mean, I can see a little minor glitch here or there just pushed to the side, but
yeah, no, we're talking some serious repercussions if things don't go well over the next few months.
It's interesting that he would just push it aside so carelessly.
It's like he doesn't listen to me. I just don't feel accepted, and he starts to like cry.
Uh-oh, I gave him too much. He's the part of the night.
All right. So that's probably like a few hours that have gone by. So let's go backwards in time to Pac-Man. So who's doing what during this time? Let's see. Randall and Sally, you're probably next time frame, and then we'll jump to IG. Nima, if you've got anything you want to throw in.
So I'm gonna let. I love the Pac-Man ghost. I just noticed. So I'm gonna give him some time to kind of do his own thing because he went in, and then we'll just say like a little while later, I was like, "Oh, I have a great idea," and then I followed behind,
Okay.
looking at his little blood trail that he left on the ground.
Yeah.
All right.
Really, the blood trail I left was the little dots from Pac-Man.
All right. Doctor check for you. Get to heal 4, Randall. And you've got 2 crits. Let's see if this doctor can heal you up. Probably.
Oh, jeez. I just healed.
Doesn't actually heal you.
Wow.
Crit. But he gets the triumph.
That Trump.
This is always kind of annoying to narrate
He heals
out.
everything. I heal more
It's just
than-
annoying that a triumph doesn't count as a success.
It does,
That's
though.
annoying.
It does count as
Yeah,
success.
It does.
Does it?
Yeah. It counts as a success and a good thing.
And yeah, correct. So see how there's a purple that's blocked out.
Oh. Got it.
So let's heal the lesser of the 2 crits. How about that? Because I mean,
Alright.
I rolled for the worser crit, but let's heal the lesser of the 2. Which I mean, I don't remember what your crits are. So if you know,
one was like, I can't use strain to
yeah.
do stuff. And I think the other one was just like flip a destiny or something.
Right. So get rid of that one. That's good there. So you got some stuff taken care of, and you're hooked up to like a back to IV so that you're regenerating a little bit, and you're like the doctor left the room, and you're just kind of sitting there relaxing and resting, and you hear this. And the door flies open. Hey!
Sally, I can hear you from
You just
3 corridors down.
You just
What do you
see me bust open the door, and I go, "Don't worry, I'm a doctor." and I immediately grab whatever like nearby doctory looking things are
Doctory looking thing. Solid.
A multi-species
That's the guy.
stethoscope.
I just give the hardest facepalm ever.
Tell me you're wearing a red clown nose.
Always. I
Oh,
can't even like it like doesn't even naturally like I had to like get a little bit of like my sticky goop on the bottom and stick it on my nose because I don't have a nose. So like,
It's just sliding off your face.
nurse, tell me what's going on here.
I mean, there's nobody in the room, but Randy's just kind of hanging out,
I'm just like,
Just like-
nurse.
pretending to be a doctor.
talking to a coat rack.
Sure.
Nurse, what's
I'll
going
tell you what the problem is. And I lift up my my jacket, and it just shows the blaster hole. It's a very clean hole.
So it looks like the Ding Dang Doodle and the Watsamahoozit have mixed in with the Lickin' Mop and the Gary. I'm gonna have to get involved. It looks
It's
like we're gonna need to do some extensive surgery. You just see me grab like a bunch of dangerous-looking knives.
It's called a blaster wound, and please do not.
You pull out like a lumberjack saw.
Yeah.
All right,
Where did you get that?
and I'm gonna do a medicine check.
What's your resilience, Randy?
My resilience. I think it's the 3
Dude, your
green.
bones are about to be turned to rubber just now.
Yeah, it's 3 green.
All right. And I'm assuming you're gonna try and struggle maybe a little.
I want to destiny this because I don't like where this is going.
What's my difficulty?
So
Steve?
3 purple against his 3 greens, and probably 2 blacks for him very not sitting still.
I succeeded, by the way.
Wow.
I'm actually good at medicine.
Nice. And
Oh
so
my God.
so go ahead and heal 2 more, Randall.
You just hear like screaming in agony down the hall, and then at the end you're like, oh, I actually feel better.
That's
Huh.
funny.
Strangely helpful. Don't touch me again, please.
I can make no promises.
Hey, there's a computer over there. Why don't you go fix that?
I go and fix the computer. Like, you see me take the doctor's tools up to the computer.
We have technology.
I don't even know. All right, what's the computer's check?
What are you trying to access?
I don't know. What am I trying to access? I look back over at it.
I don't know. See if anyone's been getting some kind of strange injuries. Yeah, strange injuries. Not like mine.
Well, I mean, I see you here.
You know
okay.
how I got mine. Something different.
2 purple, 3 purple, 8 purple.
I like the 8 purple.
Yeah.
I'm just saying random stuff so he doesn't try to
Probably.
poke me with the chainsaw again.
Are you computer checking or mechanic-y?
I guess I'm doing computers.
Computers make sense. I mean, that's like probably a 4 base of 4 purple with passwords and medical histories being like kind of.
Destiny.
I need to be using those, man.
Yeah, you got
I
a lot
got
of
a
them.
lot of them.
Yeah, now that we can't counteract them.
Right.
So
Oh.
you see, so while I'm doing this, like what's happening for my threat is I'm profuse. Oh wait, hold on, I almost forgot.
Oh, yep. Is he gonna throw up? Odd or even? Odd or even? Even.
I didn't throw up this
He,
time.
he holds it
Oh,
in.
and I
She
also
holds
didn't
it
roll.
in.
I didn't roll for the surgery either.
Oh, that's true. Does she puke in the? She
I do
pukes in
puke
him.
on- I puke on you.
What?
Stitches you up. Oh.
I don't handle guts very well, but
The doctor who doesn't
Okay,
handle
I don't.
blood.
puke.
yeah, there you go.
you are not infected. Okay, so so like I'm over at the computer, and like you see me with all the tools and stuff, like going at it, like all the surgeon tools, and I'm like sweating. You just see me like looking over the coat rack. I'm like, scalpel, sponge. Then I just look over and you just see like printing out the side, and there's like a little bit of blood in the corner, and you're not sure where that came from. But
Oh my
we got a
God.
baby boy.
What?
All right.
Is there like a panic button near my thing?
No,
Never.
no. This is like a.
I made sure to disable the
Get a
bed.
doctor in here. Damn it.
Let's see. You've got. You find some info on Ty Yellery. He's the dude who's like most often in the doctor's office. He is into drinking, and so he gets into trouble sometimes, and needs to get stitched up. And he's got a list of like Clone War related injuries, because I mean this is the era of the Clone Wars. So like he's in every other week for blaster burn treatments and that sort of stuff. So so you get that info on him.
I relay the info to the more person-y people.
This is a Ty,
Got it.
so that you can see which one he is, because you got his little picture.
Wait, where is he?
He's the
there's
dude up
so
top
many-
in the hydroponics area.
Ah,
So that's who Ty is. Okay. Nima, have you discovered anything? Do you want a perception check while you wander? And then we'll head to IG.
Sure. Perception sounds delightful. Give me a second.
Delightful.
Okay.
Same thing. Like I gave Lance 2, 3, or 4. It's up to you.
5.
Wait, I have a question
Uh-huh.
because I can't remember for some reason. What sort of things was the mole? What kind of what was the mole doing?
They were passing on
Information.
classified information for this special project. Which I don't think you know the project yet, correct? Have I actually been able to keep that secret? Nice.
Yep.
Yes, that's the first thing I've heard of this. So I'm gonna pull the IV out, and I
Swankily
guess I
walk
don't
out.
know. Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel a lot better,
Yeah.
except for the clear wound in my gut.
Hey, the barf sealed it up a little bit.
Yeah. Sure.
Sorry, I'm still looking.
We need to start. Well, I guess I'm gonna get on the comm and ask if anyone's seen Essek.
Well, let's jump down to IG, and at least time-wise, first.
Hey, I did it.
All right. So we got perception for Nima for 2 purples. Not bad. Or two success
3.
on 3 purples. So as you're wandering around, you notice in this like the people's area. What is that called? The residential zone.
People's area.
People's area.
The
you see,
purple
you see,
Pac-Man
you
ghost.
see a list of names of residents and like which house number they are for like permanent residents. And so Bima, one of the people that you're checking after, you see her house number, and so you spend a little bit of time just kind of watching the door, and you check back every once in a while, and hours go by and nobody comes in, nobody comes out. And people have been coming and going, and it's like probably past work hours at this point, and nobody's been in, nobody's been out of her area. So you notice that. IG, we're rolling back in time about 2 hours maybe at this point. One of the security guys comes over and hits the button. Is like, "Hey, security droid, we're ready for you."
Beep boop bop.
Boop beep beep.
Beep, beep, beep. Is security droid still not around?
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
Sorry,
Oh.
I muted myself.
Not a problem. I wasn't sure if it just took too long, and you're like, I'm gonna just go elsewhere.
No problem. I was there. I was chasing around your person with the ghost. Yeah. So I'm gonna go over to the cargo area because that's what I'm supposed to be doing as the security droid that he said. I'm gonna go do security things.
All right. So as you come over, there's already a dude who's like over there, and he's
Whoa!
checking in with let me scroll up. He's checking in with the passenger person who brought their thing in, and they're like, "All right, we need to inspect these boxes." I get so much use out of this box image.
Yeah, I say that box is like.
MVP.
Makes a cameo in every sing. All right, so we got some boxes. That's actually a pretty nice looking stack, if I do say so
How do
myself.
I get rid of the icons on Roll20?
Get rid of the icons on
Like
roll.
the people that are in the channel, like in the
you can
the
just
gear
make them
icon,
yeah.
all the way to the right, halfway down, it's chat avatars, player video avatar size, names only.
Final destination.
Current chat log. No.
So you went to the gear,
Oh, chat avatar. Okay.
Yeah. and then names only.
There we go. Awesome.
All right. So the security guy's like, you security droid with us now.
I am.
Fantastic. Go search those crates. And
I go over.
and so he starts like hitting on the pilot.
So I'm gonna check the crates. So I've got a scanner, and so I'm gonna scan and then just visually inspect as well.
Okay.
'Cause, I'm a good droid.
All right. Give me a give me a 2 purple perception check
With a boost
with the
for
boost
my
for the scanner. Yep.
Yeah.
The boost for that scanner.
I think this is my roll.
Cool. All right. You notice that there is a second defensive lining inside that takes like a special scanning frequency to actually penetrate. So you can either alert the guard or you can try remodulating and scan
I'm gonna
scan that inside.
Try remodulating.
Okay. So give me a 4 purple perception with your boost for your.
I'm gonna.
Sure.
Oh no.
Oh,
All right.
sadness.
So you
I'm like,
don't notice anything.
I can't get through this.
Nope. But with your advantage, you notice that there's a ghost peeking out.
There's a ghost. Ah! I'm out.
All right.
Okay.
So what do you got? Is that all you're doing? Just
Oh,
gonna keep it to yourself, or
I'm gonna keep it to myself for now.
okay? So you return back to the security guard. He's like, "Did you finish that?
Yes.
Everything in order then?"
Yes.
All right. He like can't. He takes the takes a data pad and signs off on it, and he's like, "All right, you're clear to take these in." And she looks. The pilot looks over at you. Can you help me with some of these?
Yes.
All right. We got a repulsor lift, and they've got them here. So she's taking them down to the research laboratories in number 9 on the other side of the station. So we're just gonna fast travel, zoom out, and then take all these crates. Whoops. Yep. And she goes away because she did her duties.
I want to be with the boxes though.
Okay. So we move these boxes into the laboratory. And there's some scientists milling around. And one of the scientists is like, "Hey, Dr. Cal, we need you over here to inspect the new materials that have come in." So Dr. Cal comes over. Dr. Cal, who is one of your target people.
Yes.
Yep. Dr. Cal. And so she comes up, and she's like, "Thank you, droid. That'll be all."
You're welcome, Dr. Cal. And I go over to the wall and plug myself in as if I were supposed to be there.
Let's see. Let me roll a perception check for her versus your deception, I imagine.
Question mark?
No idea.
What would you if you can think of another thing that would work? I'm open to suggestions, but you're basically a droid trying to fool a person,
Cool.
trick a person.
Yeah, I guess that's deception, which is gonna be real bad.
Good for narrative.
Yeah.
Narratively speaking, it's like, yeah, I
All right. So what's your
narratively,
I guess
I'll be like,
you
"All
can
right,
roll
Dr.
versus her. You roll versus her. So a red and 2 purples. I'm gonna use a destiny because I can. Oh no, you already did it. Oh no, you didn't. Two red and 1 purple.
Oh goodness gracious!
And we all got the end.
Hey!
Wow.
Wow.
Fighting
Wow.
the odds.
Okay, so Okay, I like this. Here we go. So you go over and you stand against like a charging port, and she thinks absolutely nothing of it. But as you plug into the charging port, you accidentally bend one of the prongs, and you're kind of like stuck on the charging port now. Like you realize I actually can't get off. I'm kind of pinned in against the wall at the moment. So I mean,
Like
you'll be
whenever I go to leave, it's going to be like.
yeah, you're gonna like rip the charging port off the wall.
Got it. Okay. Cool. So I'm just gonna like go into fake low power mode, like
Right.
shut the lights of my eyes off or whatever. But like
Yes.
they'll be checking everything out.
All right, cool. So she comes over and she's looking inside one of the boxes, and she opens it, and you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. And she reaches in and pulls out this like metal alloyed box that was obviously the thing that you were not able to scan through. And she carries it over to a table, and she sets it down, and she opens it up, and there's like this crystal inside. And give me a knowledge lore check.
Lore. I don't have any skills in. So what? Just two.
So yeah,
Intellect roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
it would be the 2 purples.
Come on, greens, baby. There we go.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, all right.
So you do notice that this is a kyber crystal
Ooh.
that she's got in there. So that's what's
Put it in your chest. Become
that's
Tony Stark.
protecting in the box.
Well, Leor would Garen. That
So
means like
as as they open that box, Leor feels like something in the force.
Disturbance.
Can't quite put his finger on it because it's not like super strong. It's not a big crystal. It's not like force imbued yet or anything.
I haven't felt this feeling since.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. So I think that's everybody learned something, which makes a good stopping point because we've been going for about 2 hours and everyone's learned some stuff and we're kind of in positions and we can forget what we did last time. Next time.
Next.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great plan.
All right.
Yeah.
I should probably write some of this down so I can remember. All right. As far as the stream, we will see you next time at a randomly scheduled, maybe 2 hours before we go live.
Yeah. So be ready.
Be ready. Watch faithfully.
Yeah.
We'll see you. Bye-bye.